Hello, my name is Pedro Morales. If you know me in the UCT community, I go by Max Mercury, or other nicknames such as Mr. CWO, the Messiah, or better yet, the Wigman. So, for anybody watching, this is probably a huge surprise that I'm actually in a video, because I don't really do videos anymore. I used to make videos for my company PwC back from 2018 to 2019. That's when I did most of my videos, but since then I haven't done any, mainly out of sheer laziness and sometimes just not having the time. But now I'm changing that. Because of this new channel of UCT Extras, I decided to start my own thing, and that will be list videos, something that is entirely not original on YouTube. But you know what? I'm gonna do it anyway to give you guys content. So for this video right here, as you can see by the title, this is the part 1 of many for this new series ranking every UCT stable from worst to best. So I'll let you know right now, there are 82 stables that I'll be ranking. There are a couple stables I'm not adding on this list, mainly because of the information that I wasn't able to get, because some companies have deleted their videos, which means I can't do research on them, which means I can't give them a fair assessment on this list. But 82 is a big number anyway, so I'm gonna just stick with that. So for my main criteria, I'm going over the quality of the members and the group itself. I'm going over their win-loss ratio and any titles and accomplishments that they achieved, and also their memorability, such as their impact on the shows they were on, and post-stable life. What did the members do once the stable was done? So that's mainly my main criteria. So here we go. I'll be doing numbers 82 to 76. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So here we go. Number 82 is a stable known as The Future. The Future is a heel stable from PSAW that lived around 2011. Core members included Justin Gavin, Colton Sopp, and Jake Taylor Hart. Back in the day, these names were all PSAW up-and-comers, fresh faces, young guns, and they had so much potential, but in the end, all they achieved were nothing but L's. Its most prominent member, Justin Gavin, who was Cruiserweight Champion at the time, however, he won the belt before joining the stable. He would end up leaving the stable because of all the L's they took as a group to return being sold. The Future is at the bottom. The Future is at the bottom of this list because they had no feuds. They were around for so little time. I think they were around for maybe like 4 shows, and they had no accomplishments as a group. So yep, they're at the bottom of the list. Sorry. Going on to the next entry, number 81, the All-Americans. So as you could tell by the name of the group, their one gimmick was America. So their members include American Thunder, Mr. American, and the Patriot. So just like the Future, they had nothing but L's. They lost all the matches they were in. However, what gives them a step up above the Future was its leader, American Thunder. So American Thunder was involved in high-level feuds with Mario Sanchez and Anto, 2 Gen 1 legends nowadays, and however, American Thunder lost every match that he was in with Anto and Mario Sanchez, but there was an upside to the stable. American Thunder is a former YCW champion, and he won it during his time with the stable. However, there's no footage of this because it happened during a live event. Yeah. However, I think if you watch YCW Royal Rumble, maybe he'll be the champion going into it and losing it to Mario, or maybe Mario was already champion. But yeah, it's mainly a phantom title reign. But because of that title reign alone, it puts them above the Future. And the other members, they're not really that noteworthy. So, okay, moving on. Number 80, the Diamonds in the Rough. So, this is the first current stable. So, this stable is still currently active in the UCT. They are from the SWGP, and it's a group of 3 brothers: David Diamond, Desmond Diamond, and Daniel Diamond. As you can see by me struggling to remember all those members, just shows why they're at number 80. So far they've lost every match that they're in, at least post title tournaments. But I feel like the reason I put them above the All-Americans in the future is because I feel like they can do more. As of this recording, the next SWGP video is SWGP SummerSlam, where they have a huge 6-man tag match against Apollo Clips, Alexander Rain, and DJ Hero. So if they win that match, that'd be really good for them. They can move on up the ladder in the SWGP totem pole, and maybe it could lead to success down the line. So there you go. Number 79, the Dark Festival. I'm going to be doing this with my hands the whole time. So the Dark Festival existed for 2 pay-per-views, 2 shows only, before XWP's hiatus, and then their release when XWP came back. So the Dark Festival members include the Dark Storm, Scorpion, and Evelyn Reeves. So the reason they're at 79 above the other 3 groups is mainly on their gimmick alone. They're like a dark circus, like the Menagerie from Impact. So that alone already just makes them more interesting than the other 3. And yeah, that's all I have to say. And also, I guess I can include the Dark Storm's career as kind of the impact for the stable, kind of. But I guess in a way, just looking at the Dark Storm's career now, where he is in the UCT, kind of shows the potential this group could have had if XWP didn't go on a hiatus, but oh well. Next on the list is number 78, the Boyd family. This is another current stable. They are in JPW, another group of brothers actually. You have Jamie Boyd, Norman Boyd, and Mark Boyd. So unlike the Diamonds in the Rough, who all look very similar enough to where I can't really distinguish who is who, the Boyd family kind of has a hierarchy and you have the 2 big muscle heads, Jamie and Norman, who help out their much shorter brother, Mark Boyd, who is clearly the brains of the operation. They currently only have 1 appearance, which is on JPW Resurrection, I think. I hope that's the right name of the show. I'm not checking. And they've actually achieved a level of success more than the other 4 stables, where Mark Boyd is the current JPW European Champion. So that's enough to go off of. And they've only been on 1 show, so I can't really say much. So next up, number 77 is T-Unit. So I'll be honest with you, I don't really know too much about T-Unit because I don't know too much about XWF in general. But from my research, T-Unit is generally a tag team made up of Foster and the Grubble. But for this ranking, I'm only including their time as a trio when they included another member known as Havoc. So just like the rest of these teams I've mentioned, the rest of these stables that I mentioned so far, they took nothing but L's during their time as a trio. So much so that the third member, Havoc, ended up leaving the stable in the hopes of joining another heel stable known as the CWO. Havoc succeeded and earned a spot in that stable, leaving T-Unit, effectively making them just a tag team, and therefore effectively ending their time of focus on this ranking. The reason I put them this high without that level of success is because they have history in CSOW, a non-affiliated UCT show, but I feel like it should warrant a mention, and like just that mythos alone gives them a head up over the other 5 stables I just mentioned. So I think that's fine. Number 76, and then the last one I'm covering in this video because I'm at 9 minutes and I feel like that's enough time. So number 76 is La Familia. And it's another current stable in CGW in which you have the members. Sorry if there's any mispronunciation. I already can't pronunciate. You have John Silva, Tony, Christopher, and Jennifer. So I will say that I'll go over the pros first before I go on my rant. Um, the reason La Familia is on number 76 and higher than these other 6 stables is because of their focus and general presence in current storylines. Like, John Silva has been a focus since the very beginning, whether it be as hardcore champion and his feuds with Revan, or his current feud with Crazy Boy and his spotlight in the main event, which I'll get to in my rant. But the general cons of the stable is that, first off, in their entire time as a stable, from Money in the Bank till now, which was Survivor Series, they've had nothing but L's, nothing but losses. They haven't won a single match since they formed. And besides John Silva, all the other members are not worthy. I was going to say, are not noteworthy. They don't matter. There's nothing interesting about them. They're just kind of just minions or cronies. They don't have any storylines or any other characters that are individual to them. It's just John Silva. That's the only guy worth mentioning on this group. And honestly, one of my biggest complaints about the stable is that they were a heel stable that turned face with no real reason for me to care or cheer for them. They kind of just became faces because of the Crazy Asylum, a much bigger heel stable that they were feuding with. And the reason, like I said, another reason why I'm ranking La Familia higher than all these other stables is because of Silva's title success, even though that title success happened before he was in the stable. But I'll just say, like, I don't really like the stable, to be honest with you. I don't really like John Silva in general, but yeah, I think 76 is a good spot. It's the highest on this video, but not the highest on this ranking. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you for watching this video. Leave any feedback in the comments, please. I could really appreciate it. This is my first time making a video, and probably like my 20th time recording this video, because I did a prototype version of this video, and it was not that good because I was basically mumbling and stumbling all over my words, and I was very ASMR-ish in terms of my volume. But I hope it's better now, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in part 2. Bye.